Hey Rebels, Coach Carrie here. I'm a wife, mom, and nurse practitioner from Texas. After years of killing myself at the gym, I found myself still overweight and miserable. But I lost 55 pounds with Code Red and rid myself of constant chronic joint pain. Hey everybody, I wanted to share something with you that I found very interesting and I thought it might help you in some way because it definitely helped me. So I want to talk about complaining. Now, there's someone that I follow online and she had written a blog post about complaining and what happens if maybe you commit to not one complaint for 24 hours, okay? Not one complaint. And I don't think of myself as a negative person or someone that complains. I think I'm generally pretty happy, like to have fun, I'm productive, active, all those things. So I didn't really think of myself in that way, but boy, was I surprised to find that I actually do complain. Quite a lot, actually. And I decided to make some changes and see what happens if I don't do that, right? So when you pay attention to things and you realize something, you have to change that behavior. I found that my first thought in the morning was, oh gosh, I'm still so tired. Well, what kind of energy does that bring to me? And how does that serve me in the morning when I've got my whole day ahead of me? Busy days, right? We all have busy days. We all have things that we need to do. And how does that start me off if I have that thought of, gosh, I'm just so tired? Because our thoughts are important. And no matter what you're telling yourself, your body is listening. And by telling myself, I'm just so tired, my body was extra tired, right? I didn't have the energy. I had to fight through, and it just made things so much harder to do. And I was shocked by that was my thought. So what I started doing was maybe replacing that thought, okay? So my first thought comes into my mind, how about we reframe that to, oh, thank goodness I'm awake. I'm so excited I get to go have a cup of coffee. Because I know some of you don't, but I love my coffee, right? It's one of my favorite things about my day. I know that sounds crazy, but I love coffee. And that thought made me excited to get up and made me excited to walk into the kitchen and get my cup of coffee, right? So it's a little thing like that. It doesn't take much, just a little bit of a switch. A simple thing can actually set you up for success, right? In your whole day. Because then I was excited for the next thing. Those negative thoughts creep in throughout the day. So having to go through and just change that. You know, if you're in traffic, if you're in something like that that's very frustrating, change it to a positive thought, right? I'm so lucky I have a car that can get me to where I need to be, right? Anything like that just reframes that and puts you in a more positive mindset is going to help you feel happier. It's going to help you to feel more successful and productive and excited about whatever it is you're doing, right? And again, we all have those things, and maybe some things we don't love doing, but that's just a step to get to whatever our goal is to complete that step, right? We have to do these certain things. So once you get through that, you feel so much better. I found that these negative or complaining thoughts really happened quite regularly, and I didn't love that because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that complains and brings others down. I want to build others up, including myself. Have you ever noticed that, like, if you're at the workplace or with a group of friends or, I don't know, with family, anything, and you have one negative person or one person in a bad mood or somebody complaining and it brings everybody else down? Have you ever noticed how that can happen? And I don't want to be that person. And I don't think you do either. So I thought this might be helpful for that reason, because it is contagious. And we don't want to spread that. We want to spread joy. We want to spread positivity, right? It also makes you miserable. And I don't want to be miserable. Life is short, guys, and I just don't want to spend my time being miserable. I want to be happy. And I'm not saying, we have rough days. Everybody does. We have hard things. We have all of that. But if you can just reframe it and know that it will pass, whatever it is, and it will get better, and just spin it just a little bit of positivity, however you can, I think that will help you. Now let's relate this to Code Red. Right? If we are having a tough day and maybe we don't feel like drinking all of our water and we have negative thoughts about that, or we have, our meals, we're not really we're hungry, we're feeling hungry or anything, whatever it is that you're going through, just reframe it. Wow, I am so thankful that I have made the decision to take care of my body and to lose weight so I can feel better. I'm so thankful I'm drinking all of this water because it's really helping to flush out my system of all this negativity and toxins and give my body what it needs to function properly, right? There's always a different way to spin it. There's always a different way to spin it. And I think that if you give it a try, you will be able to tell a big difference. And you'll be happier, you'll be more productive, you'll feel better, and you'll reach those goals a lot quicker, right? So I thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope this helped you in some way. I would love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know what are some positive thoughts that you can tell yourself to replace the negative. Comment below and let me know. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, I'll see you in the groups.